Alright, sorry everybody, the power went out, so as all of you guys, experience, we had to go outside, make sure the lights went on, make sure everyone's safe. Now, lights are on, back to my presentation. Sorry this is taking a lot longer than I thought it was. Just because we were outside for a few minutes, let's just go back real quick. Here was what is a gifted student. A gifted student is when a child is recognized as gifted when he or she possesses exceptional abilities in an area of learning that significantly exceed grade level expectations. Here are certain areas in which gifted students show achievement. Here are the characteristics I went through intellectually and personality. And then the concerns. So here are the concerns. As I mentioned today, even though they are, gifted students are possess high level intelligence, there are also disadvantages of being a gifted student, and gifted students face challenges in school and beyond. And after researching, studies, and interviews and observations, there has been a lot of concerns, a rise of concerns of gifted students over the last couple of years. Here were three key insights: the eight great gripes of gifted students, social emotional needs of gifted learners, and asynchronous development. As we mentioned, these are the eight great gripes, which are the complaints, sorry, not compliments, eight complaints that gifted students have said to their interviews or to the surveys that they complain the most about being a gifted student. As I mentioned earlier as well, I had asked, I have asked my gifted students that I was teaching during that time a math class. When I explained to this, one by one, I went, do you guys feel this way? All of my 30 students said yes, and all these eight complaints that other gifted students have had. The social emotional needs of a gifted student, some of the needs that don't, that students have not met, so they feel they have to be perfectionist, they have a very super sensitive within them, stress, concerns with their identity, how to fit in, and anxiety. We must do our best as, parents, educators, teachers, administration to have them succeed their needs so they don't have to feel this way or they develop in these emotional situations. Let me just go back to this one, this development. I don't think we went too depth, so give me 1 second. So we have mentioned that according to the National Association for Gifted Children, this is a development that happens when there's even when there's an even rate in gifted child's social, emotional, physical, and intellectual and creative development. So this is basically when they're this is when they're not at an even rate, they're full development areas. So that happens, this is what really happens. It can cause some real problems for gifted students and their families. These problems are worse for kids when the parents don't understand this development pattern. Gifted children often feel like misfits, particularly when they're in a class with traditional learners. So let's try to do our best to observe and, monitor these developments of these students. And then this is a new one called twice exceptional students. This is when a child identified as gifted yet also diagnosed with a disability. Students with gifts and talents and disabilities may be overlooked due to the cultural biases and stereotypes. Like I've said before, I tend to say huh? uh, Help me do my best not to say that, guys. So this is the whole perception that, oh, he's a gifted student or he's a gay child, so he has to be in all gay classes because he's gay. That whole perception is now becoming a myth because There has been studies that many students who are gifted also have a certain learning disability. Giftedness may mask learning disabilities and the student will perform at average levels. And sometimes they require special educational considerations. Like I mentioned, I was teaching a math class in eighth grade, a math gate class, and half of these students were not half. Let's just say all the students they're great at math. However, half of those students take regular English language arts class, or they have to take a special education class to meet their expectations in English and writing because they score low on those and they're not good. So this is one of those things that we must work on and have the child succeed if whatever subject they're strong at or their strength. Let's how should I say this? Let's keep going at it. If he's really good at math, let's put him in gay classes. We want our students to get the best education, and if that means we have to, put him in a higher classes on one subject and then a lower classes on another, let's do that. Our goal is to have them succeed with the right teachers, the right subject, the right materials, and if they do have a learning disability, work on it so they can able to overcome their fear or overcome their weakness. So this is something new, that, like I said, the whole if you're a gate student, you have to be in all gate classes is becoming a myth, and this is something that we have to work on now as well. So conclusions: how can gifted students get help? First, from the family. I also want to do a presentation for the family just so they can have a better understanding what their gifted child is, why it's such a beautiful thing, that their child is gifted, but also the disadvantages, and have them become more prepared and more involved in their educational career, their academic career. Us teachers, monitor their development, observe their behavior. Like I said, let's not let's not pressure them to be the best. Like, we want them to succeed at their own rate and ability. If we think, okay, let's advance a little bit more, let's advance it, but let's not pressure them because that's what happens to them a lot. When they get pressure, they get these anxiety attacks, they get stressed, and all these complaints, these social, emotional needs that they need to cover, come into factor. And let's not do that. And also help them, trying to observe who are the friends. If they have friends that are not good students, but they can fit in with them, that's good. Let's try our best to, what's the word I want to say? Not cheerleading, but let's do our best to, sorry, the word, let's encourage them, if they have friends, that they're good influence and they're not gay, but they want to fit in, let's encourage them. That's our job as teachers, to be there for their students. So, again, what is a gifted student? Characteristics of a gifted student, the concerns, which are my concerns, and I hope you guys were able to understand these concerns, and I was able to go more into detail about it so you guys can understand and help them, for example, not to feel those complaints that a lot of the students have had with the 8th grades. Have them, get their social, emotional needs, covered, and their development. There's some students that rank really high at a certain subject, but the other one not. Let's put them in the classes that they have to be in, and not put all of them in the gate classes. Put all the subjects in the gate. Because that will overwhelm the student. So I hope you guys liked this presentation. I hope I did my best for you guys to understand what a gifted child is, what a gifted student is, what their characteristics are, the concerns, hopefully you're able to get some good thought. And I hope that you guys, I provided really amazing information for you guys to learn, to think it through, and and reach a common goal, which is for all of us. Our common goal is, make sure the students are safe, all students, have them succeed, and put them at the correct classes so they can achieve and overcome their weaknesses. So if you guys have any questions, concerns, or comments, there's my email address. Go ahead and send me an email. There's also my number. You can always call me or text me. I'm really good at reaching back if I don't answer if I don't answer the first time. I'm really good at responding my messages as well. Here are some useful resources that I've used to do my presentation and have good knowledge of gifted students, which is the website of www.nagc.org, which is the National Gifted Children Organization, and also this book, Teaching Gifted Kids in Today's Classroom. It's a book, it's about $20, and it has amazing strategies and techniques for teachers can use in their daily business if they teach gifted students. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.